In doing the videos this morning, I've had about 3 of them be taken down. VMO is becoming a very viable option at this point. Oh my goodness. I don't know if people are just taking them down or if they're being flagged. It just keeps telling me video unavailable, video no longer exists. I've already started on VMO. As soon as it is actually completely ready, I'll leave a link so you guys can start going over there. And it will be different than YouTube because it's a pay. And not only pay you, I have to pay too. So of course I'm going to share the cost. But it'll be more like a Patreon, but without voting rights. It'll be cheaper than Patreon. And it will have all the blocked videos and ones that have been taken down on it. But anyways, now we are going to do Shumer on Meet the Press. And hopefully I can get this through before this one gets taken down. Let's get started.
A photo of Senator Shumer with Vladimir Putin and called Shumer a total hypocrite. And on that note, Senator Shumer joins me now. So, Senator, you tweeted good.
He's so proud of himself. Look at that face. He just got called a hypocrite for being with Donald Trump, and it's kind of like, yep. Oh, where do you see that? You see that when someone is eating the last pizza and you don't get any. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, I'm entitled to the pizza and you are not.
Good morning to you, sir. To finish up this little tweet back and forth, and there's so many tweets to keep up with.
Well, look, President Obama has flatly denied that he has done this. And either way, Chuck, the president's in trouble. If he falsely spread this kind of misinformation, that is so wrong. It's beneath the dignity of the presidency. It is something that really hurts people's view of government.
I hope you're noticing that he's delivering a spiel. He's delivering a speech.
It's civilization warp.
And his body does not sing with him.
As Ben Sass, a conservative Republican, called it. And I don't know if any president, Democrat or Republican in the past, has done this. It shows this president doesn't know how to conduct himself. On the other hand, if it's true, it's even worse for the president, because that means that And
he goes up and he comes down, because that means like he's about to put the final nail in the coffin here.
Federal judge, independently elected, has found probable cause that the president or people on his staff have...
And now his body is starting to sing.
Had probable cause to have broken the law or to have interacted with a foreign agent. Now that's serious stuff.
But didn't sing on that part. He's going in and out of his deception. He's mixing it with truth. And remember, if you saw the Clapper interview, there's something deeper being hidden. And we are watching Mr. Shumer to see if we can't get an idea about it. And federal judge has been brought up. So this should be good.
So either way, the president makes it worse with these tweets. Now,
he makes it worse. And you see that shimmy? That's what Pelosi does. That's what Clapper does. The shimmy. When they don't like it, the tweets aren't making it worse. It's bringing it to light. He doesn't like that. It's the shimmy. I don't like it. Don't tweet about it. It's the secret stuff. This espionage. Let me drill you in the rear end and like it, damn it.
Oh, is he trying to divert things here? Yeah, the president denied this. I don't have any...
Oh, we're seeing eye tracking.
Now, is he trying to divert things here? Yeah, the president denied this.
Eye tracking.
I don't have any doubt to doubt.
And it took him off base, so whatever it was, he lost his train of thought.
I don't have any doubt that President Obama...
Oh, and he's so practiced he brought it back. ...has
been telling the truth. If they want to investigate it, sure. But the real point is we need a special prosecutor to investigate...
We need a Democratic prosecutor. Let's see if his body sings with this.
...what went on in the Trump campaign transition.
No, it's not singing with that. Special prosecutor. You would think that that would actually sing, because then he would be happy about it. A prosecutor. A special one. They got one for Jeff Sessions, an Obama prosecutor. And so to sit here and watch him go prosecutor and then his body doesn't sing with it, it's kind of like, what am I supposed to think with that? Doesn't sing. Something about that is holding back mentally in his mind.
And presidency.
Well, let me ask you. Let me start with that, actually. So, do you no longer have confidence in the Intelligence Committee to do this on the Senate side, to conduct this investigation?
Let me answer that in two parts. First, the Intelligence Committee is a congressional oversight. And yes, I have some doubts about Chairman Burr. He first denied that they should even investigate. Then when he was pushed by Mark Warner, he said, okay, we'll investigate.
Shimmy. Okay, we'll investigate. Now, I am not a government expert, but the fact that he shimmied on that says he's uncomfortable. And the only thing I can think of is when you bring in, and I believe the committee is mostly set up with Republicans, and quite a bit of them are loyal to Trump as far as, you know, they're not going to be deceptive in a way just to get him. And if you have that majority seat of loyalty and morality, then the few Republicans that are on there that, you know, like to get paid and they don't care where it comes from will side with the majority because they have weak minds. Of course, we already saw that with the DNC at the congressional speech. So that would be why he's uncomfortable with that. Because if you bring that kind of committee in and they start actually drilling into it and seeing things that says the Democratic Party is involved with all this conspiracy and they're the ones actually pushing for a coup, that could be a problem.
And then, of course, at the administration's request, he went to the press and said something was wrong. That's taking sides in an investigation.
And there we go. He said it for me.
The faith I have in the Intelligence Committee is in Mark Warner and the Democrats.
Warner! Mark Warner! I used to live in Virginia. I believe it's Virginia. I hope this is the same guy. I hope I'm not just losing my mind. But he was a douchebag then. And, of course, we all saw him with Biden. Weak.
They've been holding Burr's feet to the fire, and they have said they will look for another alternative if Chairman Burr doesn't fully pursue this. But there's another point to this, and people mix up the two. The other, of course, is whether the law was broken and whether the Trump campaign...
Trump campaign. You see that jump? Trump campaign. Even the Democrats are still looking at the whole Trump administration, Trump campaign. Those words flow much more easily out the mouth, and for him to jump on it the way he did, Trump campaign, to them, they still see it as an active fight. That's what you see when you saw that, the Trump campaign. It's an active fight against the campaign of populism. That's what we're starting to see out of Shumer. It's an active fight.
Was complicit in working with the Russians to influence the election. That needs a special prosecutor. Rod Rosenstein, he's a career man. He will be before the Judiciary Committee for his nomination for Deputy Attorney General. I am urging him at that hearing to say that he will appoint a special prosecutor.
And now he's acting. He's doing the same thing that Clapper did, staying in deception, being still, talking in and out of truth. But he gives good eye contact. There's differences, but everybody is deceptive in their own way, which means that whatever is going on, it's something that they're trying to hide. They're staying in that deception. So they're hiding something even more, whether it's bigger or not, I don't know. It would say because they're still hiding it and how much they are hiding it, it's at least on the same level or more of the wiretaps.
To look into this, because it's on the executive side that the full investigation is done, and any criminality
choking on his own words
is put forward.
Let me ask you about this specific charge, what you were just talking about with President Trump, this idea that there may have been a court-ordered surveillance of some form or another. You're part of what's called, you know, there's so many gangs on Senate side, but you're one of the Gang of Eight on intelligence.
Yes. Gang of Eight. Oh, Gang of Eight. He's very proud of that Gang of Eight. I mean, that is pride right there. They're very proud of it. Remember when we were looking at the DNC at the congressional speech, that the DNC isn't as strongly knitted together as they make themselves out to be. So there is a gang of 8, and you see that when we watched the watchers who throw out those glances of get in line. And here we have one of them.
Matters, the most sensitive intelligence matters. You're briefed on this. Is it fair? Wouldn't you have been briefed if the FBI had gone to a FISA court to get surveillance of a foreign government involving the Trump campaign? Wouldn't you know this?
I don't comment on classified briefings.
And he does know this. We see how tight his lips became. I want to give a quick statement as far as Comey in this, because they brought up the FBI. Comey did say in the congressional hearings when it was about Hillary Clinton and the emails, and the Democrats kept coming out with, are you investigating Trump? Are you investigating blah, blah, blah? And the short answer is, from the body language standpoint, because his verbal answer was, I cannot comment. And then the next verbal answer is, every recommendation of investigation we have to investigate. So yes, he said, we're investigating the Trumps and the campaign. That was not a secret.
So it's fair to say that why not, if you know this information, why not?
And he's still so hard keeping it. You see this? He's got this tight-lipped on it.
Share it at this point, because we have a real problem of trust. It goes to what you just quoted of Ben Sass.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's actually doing really good. He did really good with Clapper. He's doing really good with Shumer.
You cannot, the rules are such that you cannot comment on classified briefings, and I'm not going to violate those rules. That Rosenstein will agree to that and say he's going to make that happen at the committee meeting. I know our
Rosenstein, we're going to have to find him.
Members will be asking him about it.
Let me ask you this. Congressman Adam Schiff, who's the Democrat, the top-ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, has implied that the FBI has not been forthcoming in their various briefings. You get these briefings. Is he correct? Do you believe the FBI has not been forthcoming on what it's doing with the Trump campaign?
Let me just say this. The FBI is the premier investigative agency here in our government, and I believe that they will do their job and get to the bottom of this without political interference.
Right.
Now, he stuttered on that. And, of course, he's still in deceptive mode the entire time. I'm going to look at that one more time.
Here in our government, and I believe that they will do their job and get to the bottom of this without political.
And specifically, he stuttered on, I believe. Now, I know there's a lot of hate for Comey. Do I think he should have kept his job? Don't hate me, Trump fans. But in a strong presidency that went after these criminals from the get-go, yes, I do believe he should have kept his job, because he would have been great asset to investigate these people, especially, this one right here that we're looking at. But what you've done, or what he has done, by presenting himself as so weak, by giving in to Flynn, and by Jeff Sessions doing what he has done, he has made anyone that is loyal to him afraid that, well, if I stand up to those people, are you really going to have my back? Are you really going to let me do what I need to do? Are those ones that are behind you or in front of you telling me, no, don't do this, or let's do the diplomatic way, or let's do the negotiating way, when they know that that's not going to be the way it ends? He has presented himself as weak, and they are coming in for the kill. Can he redeem himself? He's got about 48 hours before the mentality of his cabinet is completely crushed, and there's no getting out of this. Well, we're done with the schmuck. Good old Chucky here. If you liked it, leave a like. If you liked the content, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.